Welcome to English literature class, my dear students. Here I am going to start page number 18 of the chapter Fluids, which is going on as examination of class 9th, 10th and 12th were going. So I was busy in checking the copies, etc. That's why I could not make video these days. Now listen. Jayanto still sounded doubtful. Jayanto still in doubtful. He was sure that something was there in the room which walked over his chest. He was sure that something walked over my chest, Jayanto said to Shankar. Though Shankar wanted to remove his doubt, but he was still in doubtful. He said, I said, didn't you see anything after you switched the light on? When you switched on the light, haven't you seen anything? He asked to Shankar. Nothing. Shankar said, nothing. But then I didn't switch it on immediately after opening my eyes. After opening my eyes, I didn't switch the light on. After some time, I switched on the light. A little later, I switched on the light. To tell you the truth, I felt rather scared at first. He told Jayanto that the truth is that he felt rather scared. He felt afraid. He got afraid at first. But when I did switch it on, there was nothing to be seen. He said to Shankar said to Jayanto that when I switched on the light, there was nothing to be seen. There was nothing in the room. Why are you so worried about that? Keep quiet. Sleep now. That means whatever came in must still be in the room. He tried. Shankar tried many times to remove the doubt from the heart of Jayanto, but all in vain. He said, that means whatever came in must still be in the room. He was sure that something has come in the room. Something has entered in the room. He said, well, since both the doors are bolted from inside, both the upper and lower, both the doors are bolted from inside. How something may come? How is it possible to enter anything in our bedroom? Shankar wanted to assure Jayanto. I rose quickly and searched under the bed. I means understood you, students? Shankar, as he is the narrator of the story, I rose quickly. I got up. I rose. The second form of rise, rose, risen. So I rose quickly and searched under the bed. If there is something under the bed, because there was nothing there in that room, so he thought that the thing that has come into the room may be under the bed. I rose quickly and searched under the bed. Behind are suitcases and everywhere else in the room. Each and every nook and corner was searched. Each and every nook and corner was searched. Suitcases were checked, and everywhere else in the room, means each and every thing, each and every nook and corner of the room were searched. I could not find anything. Nothing was there in the room. Nothing was there. I could not find anything. The door to the bathroom was closed. I opened it and was about to start another search when Jayanto called out to me softly, "Shankar!" He called, "Shankar!" Though all the doors were bolted, bathroom also was bolted. Nothing, it was not possible to enter anything in bathroom on the room. When the narrator, Shankar, was about to search, he was continuously searching. Suddenly, in a soft voice, Jayanto called Shankar. I came back to the room. I came back to the room. Jayanto was starting hard. Jayanto was staring hard at the cover of his quilt. As he covered himself with the quilt, so Jayanto was staring, glaring continuously, staring hard at the cover of his quilt. Upon seeing me, he pulled a portion of it near the lamp and said, "Look at this." "What is this?" "Look at this. I am sure that something has come in the room. Look at this. What is this?" He pulled a portion of it, pulled the portion of the quilt near the lamp to show Shankar that he said, "Look at this. What is this?" I bent over the cloth of quilt. I bent over the cloth and saw tiny brown circular marks on it. Small brown circular marks on it. I said, "Well, these could have been made by a cat. These marks, these prints could have been made by a cat." Jayanto did not say anything. It was obvious, it was clear that something had deeply disturbed him. His mind was obsessed of something, but it was 2:30 in the morning. They were on the bed at 10, but the time is 2:30 in the morning. I simply had to get a little more sleep. I wanted to sleep because it was 2:30. I simply had to get a little more sleep, or I knew I would just keep feeling tired. Last day activities were so much, so he was tired, so he wanted to sleep more. Shankar wanted to sleep more. But Shankar could not sleep. He was fully awoken. I would just keep feeling tired, and we had plans of doing a lot of sightseeing the following day. Shankar thought that if he would sleep properly, the next day he would be able to see the sights following day properly. They will be fresh, or he himself will be fresh, so he would be able to see the sights properly. So after murmuring a few soothing words, murmuring means here speaking softly, So after murmuring a few soothing words, such as, "Don't worry, I am here with you, and who knows, those marks may have been on your quilt already when you went to bed," I spoke in very low sound, softly, and wanted to console him, console Jayanto. Shankar wanted to console Jayanto. "Don't worry, I am here with you, and who knows, those marks which is on the quilt have been on your quilt already when you went to bed." I switched off the light once more and lay down. I switched off the light once more and lay down. I had no doubt that Jayanto had only had a bad dream. That was a nightmare, I thought. That was a nightmare. I had no doubt that Jayanto had only had a bad dream. Nightmare. Nightmare. Bad dream. All those memories of his childhood had upset him, obviously, and that was what had led to his dreaming of a cat walking on his chest. Shankar thought that all his memories of his childhood had upset him. His mind is totally obsessed with childhood days when he was in Bundi. And continuously he is thinking about those days, and that was what had led to his dreaming. Whatever he is thinking continuously came to his dreaming of a cat walking on his chest. He thought that only this is a dreaming of a cat walking on his chest and nothing. Shankar was sure that it was only dreaming and nothing else. Dreaming of a cat walking on his chest is totally dream. I slept soundly for the rest of the night after 2:30. I slept soundly for the rest of the night. If there were further disturbances, Jayanto did not tell me about them. But I could see in the morning that he had not slept well. If there were further disturbances, Jayanto did not tell me about them. Though Jayanto was fully disturbed, he could not sleep, but he did not disturb Shankar at all, not a little bit. But I could see in the morning that he had not slept well. Jayanto could not slept well. Tonight I must give him one of the tranquilizers. He made an idea. Shankar made an idea that tonight, if he would not sleep, tonight I must give him one of the tranquilizers. Tranquilizers means, students, drugs taken to reduce tension or anxiety. Tranquilizers keep the mind soothed. Drugs, tranquilizers, is a drug taken to reduce tension or anxiety or worries. So Shankar thought that if he would not sleep tonight, I will give him a tranquilizer. I brought with me. He brought with him. Shankar brought with him the tranquilizers which he was about to give tonight if Jayanto would not sleep. We finished our breakfast by 9 as we had planned and left for the fort. A car had already been arranged to go to the fort at Bundi. It was almost 9:30 by the time we reached. By 9:30, Jayanto and Shankar reached at the fort. Some of Jayanto's old forgotten memories began coming back again. As soon as they reached there, Jayanto's old and forgotten memories began coming and left for the fort. Coming back again, the thoughts. Though, fortunately, they had nothing to do with his doll. The memories, fortunately, the doll did not come to his mind. The doll, Fritz, did not come to his mind, fortunately. It was good sign. In fact, his youthful exuberance made me think he had forgotten all about it. When we reached, Shankar says here, when we reached Bundi, he was very excited. I thought that in excitement he has forgotten all the old memories and whatever was, he had totally forgotten. Whatever last night happened, he totally forgotten. His youthful excitement made me think, as he was very excited, that he had forgotten all about it. There's that elephant on top of the gate. He indicated. Jayanto indicated. There, the memories are coming. The memories are coming in his mind. He indicated Shankar that there's that elephant on top of the gate. He exclaimed. And the turrets, small towers, is called turrets, and the turrets. And here is the bed made of silver and the throne. Look at that picture on the wall. I saw it in the last time, 31 years ago. But within an hour, his enthusiasm began to wane. All his excitement, all his interest began to wane, began to decrease. I was so engrossed myself. I was completely engaged. Myself that I did not notice it at first. I did not notice that his enthusiasm began to reduce. I did not notice at it first. But while walking through a hall and looking at the chandeliers means frame to hold lights. In Diwali, when we celebrate Deepavali or Diwali, we hang chandeliers in our homes. Walking through a hall and looking at the chandeliers hanging from the ceiling, I suddenly realized Jayanto was no longer walking by my side. He stopped on the way, and Shankar was continuously, he was totally engrossed, he was totally engaged himself, he was totally engaged in seeing the sights, seeing the fort, and chandeliers hanging from the ceiling. But what happened? Shankar suddenly realized that Jayanto was no longer walking his side. Where was he? Shankar thought. Where is he? Where is Jayanto? Where has Jayanto gone? We had a guide with us. We had a guide. We means Jayanto and I means Shankar. We had a guide with us. Babu has gone out on the terrace, he told me. The guide was with Shankar. He told, when he asked, where is Jayanto? The guide told that Babu word has come for Jayanto. Babu has gone out on the terrace, he told me. I came out of the hall and found Jayanto standing absent-mindedly near a wall on the other side of the terrace. Came back where the hall was situated. I came out of the hall and found Jayanto standing absent-mindedly near a wall on the other side of the terrace. He did not seem to notice my presence even when I went and stood beside him. He was so engrossed, he was so absent-minded that he could not notice my presence there, though I was standing beside him. I was standing beside Jayanto, but he could not notice my presence. I went and stood beside him. He started when I called him by his name. He started speaking. He started talking when I called him by his name, by the name of Jayanto. In my next video, I will start from here. What on earth is the matter with you? Thank you so much, students.